Snowblower. It's made by MTD. I've got it up on its front end there. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to change the friction wheel disc. It's that little rubber right there. And as you can see here, it's a bit cracked. So I'm going to change this friction wheel, the rubber part. And as you can see on this blower here, it's cracked. So better change it before we get problems in the winter time. So what you will need for this is a 9/16 wrench, which will go on this bolt on the left hand side there. This bolt right here where the light is. And you're going to need a 1/2 inch wrench to go on this bolt here. You're going to hold them both together at once. So I've got my 2 wrenches. I'm going to put the 9/16 here and the 1/2 inch here. Put the box end into the bolt and then just unloosen it. So one of the sides will come loose. In this case it appears to be the one on the right. So I'm just going to do this till the bolt comes off, or one of them. You can also use a ratchet if you want on the socket, it's a bit quicker. So in this case the nut on this side came off. So you want to put these in a safe place. Take that off. And now what happens is when you go to take off the bolt that's remaining, the whole thing turns. So a good way to stop that is to use an adjustable wrench. Like so. And what you do is you just put your wrench onto the shaft of the friction disc and you hold it there, and then this bolt will come off and you just repeat the same process as on the other side. So I've got that second bolt off. Now that we have both bolts off, this thing here is going to slide out as is, as so. And you move it like that. Always remember that this side here goes on the left when you put the wheel back on. So here I go. The bearing on that side stuck to the shaft. So I'll just yank it a bit there. There we go. So these bearings here, they go in from the outside. There's a lip that actually stops it from going inside. So I'm just going to put the bearing back there for now. And I've got my unit in my hands. So all you do is you slide the shaft out. Then you've got this, and then you proceed to take off 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 on that side. They're 3/8 head bolts. You take those off, and that's what I'll show you. So what you'll need for this is a 3/8 socket and a 3/8 box end wrench. So to start with, I'm going to take off the bolts on the open side. They're not usually too tight. So you want to put these bolts in a separate area so you don't lose them. Now on the other side of the bearing side here, it's a bit hard to put a socket, so that's why I've got the box end wrench, because you can reach in and just get them off like that. So I'll take off the 3. So now that you've got all the bolts off, 6 altogether, you want to grab a little screwdriver, flat screwdriver, and just pry in between the disc and the side. So you want this plate to come off. So it's coming off now, and then when it starts to come off, you wiggle it off. And there you go, you've got the old friction disc here. And you can throw that away. I'll just grab the new one, which I've got right here. So it's pretty simple. You just put it back in like that. Put that cover back. Make sure that the holes with the threads line up with the holes on the other side without threads, so that the bolts on opposing sides have something to thread into. So you put it in just so, like so. Now I'm going to put the 3 bolts on this side. You can put Loctite in there if you want. It's not necessary, but you can if you want to. So I'm just going to snug these. You don't want to fully tight one side without having snugged the other side. So I'm not tightening it fully now. Just going to snug them. The ones on the other side are a bit tricky to get in, so you might have to move this thing here to get the bolt in. A bit more tedious on the side because you got to do it with the wrench. So screw it in as far as you can with your fingers. So I'll do the same over here. Okay, one more. Okay, just about done. So I've tightened the other side as well, and now I'm finishing up the last bolt just like that. So there we go, you got a brand new friction wheel ring on there.